For decades, America thought it knew Minnie Pearl. She was the woman in the flowered hat, the bargain price tag dangling from its brim, and the unforgettable howdy that could light up an entire room. But behind that larger-than-life character was another woman entirely, and the contrast between them was far more fascinating than most people realized. Minnie Pearl wasn't really Minnie Pearl at all. She was Sarah Ophelia Colley Cannon, a woman who spent her career carefully separating the character the world adored from the private person living behind the curtain. Sarah's journey began far from the bright lights of television. After studying theater and working in community productions, she discovered a comic character inspired by people she encountered while traveling through the South. In 1939, Minnie Pearl was born. What started as a performance soon became an extraordinary second identity. By 1940, she had reached the Grand Ole Opry, and audiences quickly fell in love with the fictional woman from Grindr Switch. But here's what most people never realized. The woman behind the jokes was far more accomplished and complicated than Minnie suggested. Sarah was thoughtful, professionally disciplined, and deeply involved in Nashville life. In 1947, she married Henry Cannon, an air charter pilot who eventually managed her career. To millions watching television, she was the endlessly hopeful country character. Away from the stage, she was simply Sarah, a wife, performer, and woman navigating the pressures of a life built around making other people laugh. And then came an unexpected transformation. Minnie Pearl became a television sensation, appearing on programs including The Carol Burnett Show and eventually becoming a beloved cast member of Hee Haw. The character that began as satire had become one of America's most recognizable comic personalities. Yet the bigger her public identity became, the more striking the contrast was between Minnie and Sarah. Then life tested the woman behind the laughter. Later in life, Cannon faced breast cancer and underwent major treatment. Instead of allowing that experience to define her privately, she used her platform to advocate for cancer awareness and research. Her personal struggle became part of a much larger legacy. In 1991, after more than 5 decades of entertaining audiences, her performing career came to an abrupt end following a serious stroke. She spent her final years largely away from the spotlight before passing away in 1996. Perhaps the real double life wasn't a secret scandal at all. It was the remarkable ability to make America laugh as Minnie Pearl while quietly living as Sarah Cannon, a woman with ambitions, worries, courage, and a life far bigger than the character she created. And maybe that's why her story still matters. Because sometimes the person behind the smile is the most unforgettable story of all. If Minnie Pearl's story surprised you, share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more untold stories from the lives of legendary entertainers.